last week I made a video about how I was stuck getting to hard mode and I just completed the campaign. I was doing like 5 hours to 10 hours of gameplay and still didn't feel like I was progressing into the game. Now I'm making this video so that a lot of other people don't have this and just know the step by step what to do. So let's start doing things and let's get to the first step of what to do after completing the campaign. So quickly before I want to start the video and gonna get to the hard mode, thank you for all the people that have commented below in the last video to help me and try to find a way to get better into this game. And as well, I have now my own code, the link in the description. You can support me if you want. You don't have to. If you already have a bigger YouTuber, then it is what it is. But I would hope and I highly recommend maybe supporting me, because every time you now buy something in the store, you support me and I get a little bit back. I don't know how much. I don't think it's much, but at least it's something. And I really would appreciate that. Thank you, and let's get into the video. So the best way and the first way I would say you could start is by finding your favorite character in this game. The one I chose was Frenna. She looks cool, she has toxic powers, and I love that. So now after beating the campaign, you will have 2 energy activators and 2 crystallization catalysts. Now the thing is, where do you use them? And this is why you need 1 favorite character and 1 favorite legendary weapon to use them on them. This is what I have done. I think this one and this one was already on it, and I put 2 more on her. So I put 2 crystallization catalysts on her and energy activator as well. So I have upgraded her already 4 times now, if my calculations are right, to level 40. So at the same time that you are leveling her, you want to look for a legendary weapon as well. Me, it's the Fallen Hope, but you can as well use the Greg's Reversed Fate. I've heard in the comments by this guy that said this in the comments. Or you can use another weapon that everyone gets for free, and a second version for free, is the Thunder Cage. Some reason for me, I have grinded a few times for this gun, this weapon, it never drops. The items never drop for me. So I just quit on that weapon and I don't really care really on the Thunder Cage. So for now, I'm going for the Fallen Hope, and after this, the Greg's Reversed Fate. I'm nearly done with it, but that's what you should do. Nearly forgot to say, use your last energy activator on that weapon now as well. So you use all your energy activators, all your crystallization energies, and now you're good to go. So now you have your favorite character, you have a weapon that you are starting to grind. So what I would say is start getting your weapon to level 100. Get the correct modules that you find on the internet, YouTube, maybe try something else yourself. And on this Descended itself, try to get good modules, find something on the internet, find something you can use, and as well use these legendaries. If you level them all up, you get 10 more or something module capacity, and this is for every descendant. So this is the best thing to level up first before you do these, because if you level this up to the max level, all your descendants will have this. So all your descendants will have an extra module capacity. And again, a skill module, if you have that already. For me, unfortunately, Frenna has not yet, because Frenna, her first red one drops on the next hard boss that I have to beat, but I cannot beat her yet. So yes, then the guns, the weapons, the reactor, external opponents, get these all to level 100. This is very easy as well. If you just go to the map right now, because you completed hard mode, you can choose it now here in the right corner, and just go to Kingston. This is the first place you went in hard mode, in normal mode I mean, and the same place in hard mode is the easiest. Just go to one of these places, start fighting a bit, and now you can level your legendary weapon into a level 100 by weapon enhancing the weapon. The next step, after you have done all your modules, you have got a weapon, maybe you only have 2 of them enhanced, or you got a fully like me, you got everything to level 100, you're pretty much good for now. You got a good couple of modules, you got all the modules for your gun, you have all find them. Now, what's the next step? Well, nobody said this to me, and I have never found this, but get more descendants. Bunny you get for free, and she is pretty good for if you want to have a farmer character. This is a pretty good choice if you want Bunny. As well, a lot of people are maining Bunny, so that's pretty, I think most of people watching this, you don't need an extra slot for Bunny because you already have Bunny and you're maining her already. So a farming character you don't need, so because you already have Bunny as your main character. And well, I would say I have Blair because the next boss is super strong against my main character. So I grinded a fire character right now that is called Blair. And he's pretty good from what I've searched up. And he's a fire character, so everything that's super strong against Frenna, being poison, is super weak against fire. So I'm trying to find an opposite kind of character. Then Sharon. She is the only one that can go invisible, and that's pretty much a thing you need for a couple of things. Because if you watch these things, I'm going to the deserts right now, and I will just look at right here. You will see, if you scroll all the way down, it says an additional reward for successfully infiltrating. Now the thing is, here it stands on the top, the pattern 090 mutant AA. This is for just normally completing this and battling the enemies there, and just doing that, just the zone recon mission. Now, if you scroll all the way down, it says additional reward for successful infiltration, and these are definitely just complete different reward. The problem is only Sharon can get these reward. Why? Because she's the only one that can go invisible. But I would say after you have done your modules, you have done your weapon, you have done everything that you can, start going for Sharon. Why after all this? Because Sharon is again another character. You have to level up to 40, all the way, the modules, everything. The only thing is, you will not have to level your weapon because the weapon is for everyone. So that's the only plus. I would maybe as well say, because a few people in the comments say this as well, go maybe for the tank character. So maybe if you want a tank character, maybe go for Ultimate Ajax. What I would not recommend, because he's the ultimate version and the ultimate characters are very hard to grind. But maybe go for the normal Ajax if you didn't choose him in the beginning of the game. Then as well, there's one character you could choose, Enzo, but I would not. Why? Because he's a good character if you want easy ways to find ammunition boxes, other kind of boxes, and these special characters that you will need an orb for to unlock. Well, the problem is, if you have purchased Enzo, or you created Enzo as well, just like Sharon, that you need, this only is it's gonna put you down. Because realize as well, if you have Enzo, your max roster will get another impact on that. Because me as well, Frenna is my favorite character, Bunny is my second character if I want better farming, and I have Blair if I need fire. Viessa is just my starting character, but I'm not gonna get rid of her because I'm only at 5 out of 10, and Sharon everyone needs. So if I will put Enzo on that roster again, that's now 6 out of 10. So now I can only have an extra 4 characters. But if your math is correctly, there are more than just 4 characters in this roster. So if you want, as a free-to-play character, want to have some fun, I would recommend not going for Enzo, because I have only 5 slots left, and there are already a maximum of 6 ultimate characters. So if I want to grind all the ultimate characters next to the other characters, I can only choose 5 out of the 6. And I know I'm not gonna get all 5 of 6, because I really want Luna next to those. So as a free-to-play character, after realizing that I need a few, everyone needs these, it makes the choice even harder to go for Pacific Descendants. So that's my only problem with that. As last, before I give you a big tip, and I will end this video, go for crystallization catalysts. These are pretty much the easier to grind out of the 2 you need, because you need as well the energy activators. But I think, this is a personal view on this game, maybe someone has another view on it, but crystallization catalysts, start grinding them as fast as you can. Why? You will need a shit ton of them, and they take 8 hours to complete. So the moment you can go after these, go after them. The only difference is with crystallization catalysts and the energy activators, these you only have to use 1 and you get 20 extra module slots. These will halve your module slots, only 1 of course, and they are easier to grind in my opinion. Why? If you check the crystallization catalyst, this everyone will have. This, again, everyone will have them. I grinded the Fallen Hope, and one of those missions of the Fallen Hope gives you this as well. So after like a shit ton of grinding for the Fallen Hope, I got 338 of these. So this item is easy to get. This item is easy to get. This as well, I got a lot of them. But now after like making, this is my 5th one, I lost a few of these. But this as well, it's not that hard. This one is as well easy, but there's one problem. To get those, you will need these. Be aware of them, because I didn't know as well. If you read the description of these specific ones, the Ultra Precision Codebreaker, and this one with the red dot are specific for hard difficulty field, and these one with the white ones are normal difficulty fields. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about how to get this. I'm talking about how to get these, and these are pretty much in the hard mode desert or in the normal desert. And because, like I just said, there's a difference between the orbs, and the orbs are the difference between hard and normal. I don't think there's a big difference between how much you get with the hard and normal difficulty, because I've already done some as well. But if you want to know how to get this item, just search it up. A lot of people have videos on them. Some people say get Enzo. I had no problem without Enzo, so that's what I mean. Maybe don't go for Enzo, because it's just a waste of space for a free-to-play person. I'm telling you, like, maybe you need him in the long run, but if I really need Enzo, I might do him the moment I need him. But right now, I'm only worried about beating a boss with a fire character, going for my main character, Frenna, and doing other things, and I need Sharon for that. Then the last one, the Crystallization Catalyst Blueprint, and this is why I think the Crystallization Catalysts are easier than the Energy Activators, because these, if you do normal difficulty, I don't know about the hard difficulty, but these are a 3% drop rate. These, at the other hand, are a 15% drop rate at all of them, and at a hard difficulties they're even a 20%. So the normal difficulty, I would say not very easy, but easier to get these than these. These only give you plus 20, what is quite a lot, I know, but they're a one-time use, so it's very hard to get all these items. I've already tried. It's very hard to get these items, and it's super hard to get this one because it's only a 3%. So I would say, if you want to start with one of the two items, go only for this one, because this one is just very much easier. These items are easier, and this one is a much more chance. This is 15% in difference with 3. To end the video right now, how do you choose the crystallization catalyst, the materials? I will tell you, go with ones like these. Go with ones with a crystallization catalyst and maybe a weapon part that is in there that you want to get for later, or definitely where there's an ultimate character in there. That's the best choice you can make. This is my tip. If you are right now you're still in normal difficulty, even though you have completed the full normal difficulty campaign, you now completed the full of hard difficulty, but you can pretty much not do a lot in there because you're a bit too weak for that. So do a bit more for normal, and you have to grind a few crystallization catalysts with that one character, with that second character to get to the hard mode. I would say grind these ones, because the ultimate characters are that much stronger in the beginning and in the end than the normal characters. So go for ones like these. You will not maybe believe it, but I think it was one of these. I think it was this one or some. I went for the crystallization catalyst blueprint, and at the same time ultimate Valby spiral was in there. You might not believe me, but I actually got lucky, because look, now if I go to the standard Valby, I already got one of the 4. So even though it's a 3% chance, the chance is small, but it is not impossible. So you go for the 15%, we as well have a 3% to get the other part. So now instead of having 1 out of 5 chance, you have 2 out of 5 chance to get something you want, and that's what you want to have. Because as well with Bunny, I got the spiral just because I did that. Do I want Bunny or Valby? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I want one of them. So now I have a bigger choice because I have both. But as well, I know now the moment I have to grind for one of them, I have a bigger chance to grind for one of them, because I already have 1 out of the 4 items, the big items. So yeah, that's how I would say start the grind for hard mode, and that was pretty much the video.